So, good morning, y'all. We have our annual snow day today. Obviously. Yeah, now my pen is open. But yeah, with company, we go once a year to Arosa, to the Lenzerheide, and have the opportunity to rather go sledging, go snowboarding, playing something called, it's nearly to curling, but Eisstockschießen, or go into the spa, and afterwards we will all meet up together again in Après-Ski or whatever in the village, and I'm so excited. It's 6:30 right now, I think. Bus leaves at 7:30, and I will need to pack up all the last of my gear. Just put everything into this huge bag. Actually, that would also fit the surf bag into it. So yeah. I will also bring my drone, so I'll have to pack that up as well. But so excited for some crisp shots on the slope and also just in general from the mountain. Hello and welcome back to another video. This is actually the fourth time of trying to cut this video because my camera is always overheating and I'm such a perfectionist and not happy about what I'm talking. Anyways, I'm trying to keep that way short than endless. We had our snow day on the weekend on Saturday. You might have seen this before. But I kind of had a realization moment, and also even today. So I thought that could be not a cool story, but an experience I want to share with you. Today, I went out for a beer with a friend of mine who also lived in Zurich 1.5 years ago. And he kind of introduced me to a friend group, which were here for 3 months. then they have left, and I kind of lost some people I really liked spending time with. He asked me today that question, which just made me realize that in these 2.5 years I'm living here, a lot of things happened and just a lot has changed. So he asked me what happened or what have you done that you seem so much more happy than 1.5 years ago. Honestly, I couldn't find a proper answer in that situation, but I just journaled about that or just thought about that a bit more on my way home. I kind of came to the answer that the inner contentment I'm feeling right now is the key to the outer connection I'm having to others. When I arrived in Zurich, I was just a blank slate, a white canvas, and not colorful. I was just, I don't know, I didn't know where I belong. And I had these feelings of isolation and being a stranger to the persons around me, and I kind of started isolating myself from others. Didn't feel comfortable about being with others and being without my comfort zone. How you should start feeling comfortable out of your comfort zone when you're not leaving your comfort zone. I think the inner resistance to engage with others was just a self-sabotage I did for almost a year, I would say, which is so stupid. But it brought me to the realization that, or like it pushes me to the turning point I had, that time with oneself is not an enemy, but a necessity. And I think back I wasn't able to spend time myself, that I started forcing the people around me to spend time with me, or I had these expectations on them that they spend time with me and that automatically feel comfortable. But how can you expect that? You just can't. I was really forcing in exchanging the persons or the connections I had back home with persons I could have here. So in every person I was just meeting for the first time, I was kind of checking, like, really bullet points. Okay, the person does this, the person is able to do that. And it's a perfect friendship that could be like that. And even just by doing this, I was self-sabotaging my friendships because I was just looking for something that the person maybe does not have. And I was just really erasing those people and these possible connections just because they didn't fulfill this one condition. But I mean, of course, it's good to have conditions or expectations in friendships, but not impossible expectations. I was exhausted of the question, who am I in the city and what do I want, what do I don't want? And I think that was the time where my process of self-discovery has started. I was start exploring the city by my own. I was trying to find new hobbies. I went to gymnastics. I started snowboarding, which is still a hobby till today. And I just love spending the weekends on the slopes. I also found my passion for photography and videography again, just by going out in the world, by going to Australia with my best friend. And I was just in need of finding my inner order. What is my inner contentment? Which also comes with the acceptance of inner strength and my own insecurities. And I think my biggest own insecurity back then was just not being able to spending time with myself. So I kind of started feeling the urge of doing things by my own. So I booked a solo trip to Lisbon in 2023, which just was amazing. I went to pub crawl. I just kind of felt like finding out of who I really am and also being in new surroundings, because I was always in Hamburg. I was always in the same surrounding. I was always in the same places, always been the same people, always been the same talks. Thinking back then, or just like from today's perspective, the point where I arrived in Zurich was a realization that the person I have been in Hamburg for the last 1.5 years, that just wasn't me. That was just comfort. That was just me doing the things I'm used to do, even though I may had the inner will or the inner willing or the wish to start the things you might want to do. But I don't know, even though it always were lacking of maybe money or like the last step. And I never had someone who pushes me. So in the end, I could be even more proud that I was myself who pushed me into the situations and who was able to see that I want to change something. That just brought me to the understanding or to the realization that only those who love themselves can love others. Maybe as a side note, that isn't meant in a narcissistic way. That is more in the sense of self-acceptance. But it was what I was talking about 5 minutes ago, that I was kind of forcing of the people around me to like me, which was more of trying to cover my own inner insecurities of not spending time with myself, that I was forcing others to spend time with me. What helped me a lot is finding my new openness to things, and also the willing to approach others, even though that is just, I don't know, bumble friends, whatever, but also spending time with people, I don't know, on the slopes who I just met for the day. And even though it was just a small talk, it kind of adds to the whole puzzle. And 2 years ago would have thought that, why should I do this conversation when in the end when I never see the person again, which doesn't make sense, because even though you might not see the person again, you had a good talk, and maybe the person says something to you which accompanies you to today. And by time, the joy of social interactions just came naturally. Today, I just enjoy spending quality time with the raw persons I have, and not with. So I'm not defining my joy or my self-worth with having a lot of people around me, but more than having a very, very, very quality time with the less amount of people I have, which I'm honestly happy about, because I'm not able to, I don't know, have 20 friendships and spend with every person the same amount of time together. What I'm trying to say here is that my realization was that real connections arise from inner strength, and that inner strength was driven by spending the time alone. In November, I saw a backprint on a t-shirt from a person in the city, which said, "Come black and white, leave colorful," which just stick till today with me and kind of really describe my story very good. Since I started accepting myself here and also seeing more of the smaller things around me, even though it might just be, I don't know, the seagulls over the sea, Zurich has become so much more colorful. And I would say this because myself have become more colorful since I just enjoyed spending time by my own. And the message I'm trying to spread, or what I'm trying to say with this video, is that everyone can find their colors if they're becoming colorful, but you just have to find out what makes you colorful. If it's just a hobby, if it's a passion for photography, if it's, I don't know, a new hobby. I just also started going to gymnastics again, but I just still love it. And I know that I wouldn't have the ambition as I have it today when I wouldn't have gone to gymnastics again, because it just arises in a joy and also a feeling of proud after just going through this whole, I don't know, but it just do something with me. So in the end, my journey in Zurich has shown me that change can be scary sometimes, but also incredibly rewarding. I don't know, it just takes guts to embrace new things, to also challenge yourself and to step outside your comfort zone. But I think, trust me, trust the others, and really just trust yourself that it is worth it, because in the end, not only a new city is waiting for you, but maybe also a new version of yourself. And I believe that everyone has their own definition of happiness, but for me, it was finding my colors. It was more about finding myself and facing the world with, I don't know, open arms. And I hope that maybe my story inspires you to start or continue whatever your path you're in right now, to search your own happiness. Always remember, it's never too late to write your own colorful chapter. And yeah, I'm so happy that today I can say that I'm looking forward to what the future holds for me, because if you would have asked my version of me 2.5 years ago, I might have answered that I'm scared, or that I don't know if I want to spend another year in that city. And I know that there will be more challenges waiting for me, but I'm confident that I will overcome them. And honestly, we need those challenges to challenge ourselves and to learn more things about us, because you can't find strength if you don't step out of your comfort zone. And comfort is good, but growth is better. So thank you for listening, and I hope that wasn't too chaotic, whatever. I try to script a bit more next time. But I will say goodnight, because it's 11:30 right now, and I'm recording for 1.5 hours for, I don't know, 10 minutes of talking. See you on the next one, and thank you for being here. Goodbye.